I'm Adam Voigt. My story really begins and ends with being a teacher. Probably began in my first year of teaching way back in the 90s in a remote Aboriginal community, and I have a funny feeling that those kids perhaps taught me more than I taught them, because what I discovered in that first year was that for real learning, for high level learning to work, we had to make it interesting, we had to make it engaging, we had to make it relevant, and we had to make it exciting for them. And once I learned that lesson and I started to take it into my other work as being a teacher, it was probably a reasonably natural progression that I ended up wanting to combine my love of learning with leadership. And that led me into some extraordinary opportunities, such as the chance to open a brand new school as its principal. And there were two things that probably stood out of that were the most exciting. Number one was the opportunity to redesign the way that we do instruction, to redesign the way that we do learning in the walls of the classroom. And then the other part was probably about how you build a culture that supports that, how you get people getting on, how you get people connected in such a way that the learning becomes richer and deeper and more meaningful. So Real Schools is built on this fundamental belief that when you connect great learning activity and design and you leverage that through terrific learning relationships in your school, then you get this culture that gives all of your programs the opportunity to thrive. So what's exciting about it is that you can't achieve that with just a workshop. So we don't actually do workshops for schools, but what we do is we partner with schools through a variety of different modes over a long period of time to build and sustain the sort of culture that they're looking for. So it's a great thing for us because we get to work with schools that have made a really key decision. They've decided not to invest as heavily in shiny objects, but they've decided to invest in their people, in their teachers, in their parents, in their students, and in getting them on the same page. And it's just lovely for us to be able to work with schools over a long period of time and to be standing there while they make these fundamental breakthroughs in what happens between the walls of the classrooms. And that's what our Real Schools partners are doing every single day. All of this brings me back to being a teacher first. So whether I'm on the stage or whether I'm in a classroom or whether I'm in a boardroom or whether I'm writing, I'm always a teacher first. Because what I've learned about learning is that learning isn't a commodity. Learning isn't something that I give you and then you now have it, and then you've got it as a tool that you can use in your life or in your work. Learning changes us. Learning turns us into someone different. Learning is a transformational process, and being a part of that and being able to facilitate that is something that is just so exciting, and it just always makes me wonder, who wouldn't want to do that?